8 members of a family were found frozen to death. In the middle of a scorching summer, a man lifted a young girl's head and noticed her skin was still soft. She hadn't actually frozen to death, but killed them was a sudden, freak snowstorm that hit Argentina during a record 148 degrees Celsius heat wave. Everyone who came in contact with the snow died instantly. All power and electronics in the city failed in seconds. Only a few people indoors managed to survive, and the terrifying truth behind the blizzard slowly began to surface. That day, 5 old friends were playing cards at home. Suddenly, the power went out. Strangely, their phones also shut off at the same time. Just then, the host's wife ran downstairs to tell her husband, Rick, that the neighbor had collapsed in the street. Rick looked outside, assuming it was a heart attack. He was just about to go help when a loud crash came from outside. The car had slammed into something, and the driver's limp arm was hanging out the window. He looked unconscious. Then they noticed it was snowing outside. In the middle of a 118-degree summer day, everyone was confused. An elderly man in the group said he'd seen something on the news about a fire breaking out at a power plant. He guessed it wasn't snow, but asbestos. A woman immediately stopped her husband from going out. She thought the neighbor had inhaled toxic fibers. The old man suddenly remembered his family and tried to call and warn them, but his phone wouldn't turn on. Rick picked up the landline. No signal either. That's when everyone realized how serious this was. Rick quickly told everyone to seal the windows and doors with curtains and duct tape to block out the air. But the old man stared out the window for a moment, then grabbed his coat and headed for the door. A friend tried to stop him, but he shoved him aside and went outside anyway. He only took a few steps before collapsing face first onto the ground. Everyone watched in horror through the window as he lay there, not moving. The group was devastated. Then, suddenly, they heard a knocking sound. It was coming from the basement. They went down and discovered a woman calling for help. Rick moved a storage shelf, revealing a metal door. It led to the garage, a passage that had been sealed off for over a decade. Rick asked the woman how she ended up there. She said she was delivering wine, but one of the friends pointed out that the delivery app showed a male driver. The woman explained she was covering for her brother, and her car just happened to break down here. After confirming her story, they let the woman into the house and verified that what she said was true. Just then, one of Rick's friends discovered a possible escape route. The passage led directly to Rick's auto repair shop. If they could get to a car, they might be able to drive to safety without exposure. But when they got in the car, they realized it wouldn't start at all. How are they going to survive such disastrous weather?